Hello! Hi! And welcome to the final volume of our saga, the final story of our journey, the final volume of Flowers, le volume Hiver. And it's winter, and I am playing this in the dead-ass middle of summer. We're in the middle of yet, it's gotta be like our 817th heat wave. So maybe some nice winter vibes will be the thing that gets us through this hellish summer. Boy, it's like the planet is trying to tell us something, isn't it? Oh, and it's also like this story's trying to tell us something, because the last time we were together, oh my God, so many things went down. We're talking about the tulpa of agape, the goddess of truth, and then that whole ending with Suoh discovering a gravestone with a very familiar name on it. But I'm sure that they're going to go over all of these things when we get things started. Of course, some disclosure up front, I will be using a guide to ensure that we are able to see this game to its fullest potential. So if you were hoping this was blind, big ol' apologies there, you got me. But hopefully you stick around and enjoy yourself anyway. So, oh boy. I've been waiting for this one. And now we are ready to just go. So it looks like there's no more time for stalling, no more time for setup, no more time for introductions. Let's just do the damn thing. I pressed the button. I'm ready for this. I don't know that I'm ready for this. Who could ever be ready for, like, never ready for anything this series throws at me, ever. It was like she had slipped away into a fairy tale world. Are you waiting for my input here? Or are we? Okay. No, we're doing the fade out thing. Oh! Is that the girl? That's a girl! That's a girl! That's our girl. She's right there! I feel like I'm looking into another world as I watch from the window of the room. The ground is white with snow, the sky ashen, the crags in the distance a deep, inky black. My eyes trace the scenery, but I have no sense of its reality, just the feeling of being in some fantasy land or amidst the pages of a children's story. Or rather, it is! It's our girl! Oh, is it like a movie? Are you going to tell us which movie? Do you have a prescient quote from said movie as well that you would like to help us relate to the situation with? It was set in winter. There was a shot of a car driving people to stay with a family at a vacation home. The camera tracked over the snowy landscape at an angle. My view through the window now reminds me of that. Where are you at and what are you doing? Movies are her favorite thing. Tracing a finger over the window, I think of her and of the school where I spent a fleeting spring. The academy, with its high walls surrounded by forests, had seemed like the perfect place to shut myself away, leaving everything I once knew behind. Away from my father, my mother, and the person I had loved. But there, at the place that was supposed to be my escape, I met my amitié, and she was just like my former love. Foolish as I was, I conflated the two. So at first I found my other amitié partner an unwanted distraction as she drew the affections of the girl I yearned for. But she was always there for me. First out in the woods in the pouring rain, and then when everyone else doubted me, she alone believed. To me, Fearful as I was of trusting in anyone, that belief was a joyous, shining light in the dark, and my feelings deepened like a shadow at dusk. Those dirty feelings that made their squalid nest inside my heart. Oh, they're not dirty. They're so pure and innocent, and she accepted them wholeheartedly. That's one of them. It's like one of my favorite quotes in the series is how Suoh is just like, why would it be weird for you to love someone? Like, I don't think that's weird. And yet, she accepted me. When I think of that night in the deserted library when we opened ourselves up to one another, my heart swells with emotion until it feels like it's about to be torn asunder. If I knew then that we would have to part, I would never have given myself away. Look at you! On earth as it is in heaven. Stupidly, I left her with words that fell upon her like a curse. A lingering regret, I muttered to myself before turning my eyes once again to the picturesque scene. Hello? Who's that? Was that? Who? Can I hear that again? Who are you? I don't know that voice. Then, hearing the signal of the bell, I stand up from my chair with a word of acknowledgement. A bell. I give the view one last lingering look. Suoh. I whisper, sending up a prayer for her. Let her forget about me. Let her be happy. Oh, that ain't gonna happen. This girl's done so much for you in your absence. I don't think that that's gonna be anything close to, to what happens here. The person who has come to collect me must have heard my murmuring, but they don't break the silence. Grateful for the quiet, Mayuri Kosaka makes the sign of the cross, hoping against hope that her little prayer might be Nah! Why am I already starting to tear up, dude? Get out of here! Ah! Ugh! Why do we have feelings? Ugh! So where is she then? What was this all about? We going back out? Okay, we're going back out. They say that athletes and other competitors can concentrate so intently that they tune out the whole world. I wish I could do that right now. That's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm reading this game now because I'm just trying to tune out the entire world around me because everything freaking sucks. That, and I feel like I have an obligation to finish this because I feel like I've probably got maybe two and a half good more months of sanity remaining. Oh, this is getting bleak, isn't it? You know, it's a good sign. You always want your Let's Player to be a live journal as well. The snow swirls mercilessly across my field of vision and the wind howls in my ears. Is she gonna be at the gravestone? Yet the only thing my senses are focused on is the cross-shaped grave before me. It's like everything else has been blocked by a thick curtain. Basquiat. I read out the name carved into the stone incredibly slowly so there can be no doubt about it. What is Yuzuriha Yatsushiro trying to tell me? I stare at the name carved into the white stone. She told me that the first key to what happened with Mayuri Kosaka was to be found in the last of the 7 mysteries, the Tulpa of Agape. So I know what I kind of know what these words are because I kind of searched them. And like, a tulpa is like an embodiment of like, it's kind of like an imaginary friend, I guess. And agape is like the boundless love for God or of God. It's I might have forgotten a little bit of it because I literally like looked it up when I finished reading Autumn, and then I, you know, didn't read anything flowers related for for like 3 or 4 weeks. But that's kind of like the gist. I don't know how that ties to like the goddess of truth or whatever. And that the other key was this place. From the damage to the building, I've surmised that it was burned down. Is this old chapel the source of the tulpa of agape? Like the werewolf in the bell tower, which only appears around the chapel? No. The elder tree. This white gravestone nestled up against the roots of a Japanese elder tree. I instinctively know that the key Yuzuriha pointed me toward isn't the chapel, but this grave marker in the shape of a cross. In the back of my mind, I see Sister Basquiat's kindly, willowy figure. I imagine that, like in a fantasy novel I once read, the real Sister Basquiat is dead, and her spirit remains at the school, wandering the halls and teaching her students. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. No, that's absurd. If it were one of the detective novels I love, then... that's certainly more, that's certainly within the realm of possibility. She stole the identity of the deceased Basquiat and faked her way into a teaching position at the school. But there's no way that that's actually going to be the thing because we're thinking it now. So we're just getting rid of the obvious things. That's possible. I focus my mind harder than I ever have before, quickly putting together the various theories. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and have our first mystery now. I'm ready to fail miserably. My concentration is so intense that I neither see nor hear anything of the world around me. When I unconsciously brush my hand across the tip of my nose, I realize it's freezing and finally remember that I'm standing outside in a snowstorm. And then... dropping my gaze, I notice words carved into the pedestal. Brushing away the snow covering them, I trace the letters with my eyes. An epitaph. Are we gonna have to solve an epitaph? Oh, good. I love visual novels that have epitaphs that need solving. Those are always good. Oh. In the West, it's customary to engrave an inscription on the gravestone in memory of the deceased. I recall a famous epitaph left by William Shakespeare. Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. The curse-like phrase makes my stomach squirm. Bending my frozen body down, I read the English words inscribed on the stone. Here lies a little flower, pure and holy. A chill breath delivered cruel death. Now thou walkest in the valley of the shadow of death. O beautiful flower, plucked before thine buds could bloom. The purest are called to sit beside him. Thou shalt blossom forever, unwilting in heaven's eternal garden. Interesting. So this is definitely what we know a child or a teenager is buried here then, because I don't know that you would use the phrasing, you know, a bud that hadn't bloomed in reference to an adult, I kind of think. So this would have, As I read the words and the meaning sinks in, a cold chill works its way up my spine and I stagger, instinctively wrapping my arms around myself. Speaking the words aloud sends a chill deeper into my bones, calling up a vision of Mayuri from within me. My amitié who vanished without a trace, on earth as it is in heaven. My voice is hoarse. I don't even know how you could tell. I don't even know. She speaks so low that I don't even know how I could tell if she was hoarse. My voice is hoarse, like an old woman's. It doesn't sound like my own. I stare feebly at the white. We don't have a. There's enough room here for a first name, dog. I stare feebly at the white stone cross with its engraving. Oh, of course. Why didn't I realize it until now? Seeing the name Basquiat must have thrown me. For all my intense focus, I overlooked something important. With a trembling hand, I reach out toward the familiar surname, then brush away the snow covering the first name. Don't be Dahlia, don't be Dahlia, don't be Dahlia, don't be Dahlia, don't do this. As the snow-obscured letters are revealed, the gale howls louder than ever in my ears, and the piercing cold sinks beneath my skin to freeze my blood to ice. It's another visual novel that's gotten in their requisite "my blood ran cold." With the snow cleared, I whisper the name of the little flower. Shion Basquiat? Shion Basquiat? Oh, we're doing it! Oh, here we go. We're going into really gorgeous opening movie. These things have only gotten better as the series goes, so I'm gonna just kind of chill and let it happen. Just banger after banger. They didn't like, I don't know that they spoiled anything with this one either. This one was pretty straightforward and just, hey, this is very pretty. All right, where are we going? There's an idiom in English between the devil and the deep blue sea. It's a phrase used to describe a situation where you're backed into a corner with no way out. They say that when pursued by the devil and faced with a deep, dark ocean ahead, most people will choose to throw themselves into the waves. There's no offer of salvation, no matter which option they choose. I'm sure my beloved amitié was faced with countless such impossible choices. The story that begins now is that of the devil's sweet whisperings and the desperate allure of the sea. It's the story of a girl who never lost hope, even when faced with two hopeless paths. Oh man, that's powerful. Good lord. We're just starting with a banger already, just like between the devil and the deep blue sea. Oof. All right, game, do your worst. Hit me. Like a changeable autumn day, the year is drawing to a close. Yuzuriha Yatsushiro and Nerine Komikado having left the academy. Oh, they left. That's just like, it's not that they just kind of trudged out into the world on their own, just kind of off and, enjoyed themselves in the night. They just are gone. Which, I mean, they needed that. I think that that's probably the best move for them. The snow that began to fall on Noel has blanketed the grounds in a soft, downy layer of white. After covering the dark earth, the snowfall paused, then started up again a few days later, as though remembering it had been in the middle of something. As though it were fearful of letting the bare earth be exposed once again. Two things come to mind as I watch the flakes flutter down incessantly. The first is a quote from William Shakespeare. "A coward dies 1,000 times before his death, but the valiant taste of death but once." And the other is the moment that I heard the truth, a few days following Noel, that Yuzuriha Yatsushiro and Nerine Komikado had quit the academy. What connects these two thoughts is the concept of fear. The first, an aphorism observing that fear is incurable. The second, an event suggesting that fear cannot be vanquished. One of those observations you want to read real slow to make sure you get it. Different though they are, the conclusion they suggest is the same. The truth of the matter was conveyed to the new members of the Council of Nikaya. The fact that the two shining stars of the school left without any forewarning came as a deep emotional shock to everyone. The student body was covered in a sense of loss and a fear that something was starting to happen, as thick as the snow blanketing the world around them. The disquiet continued as the closing ceremony approached, and then, without much ado, we were into the winter break. The dorm building descended into silence, hulking quietly like a crotchety old woman. The dorms had always been filled with a cacophony of voices and noises, the hustle and bustle of daily life. But now that the closing ceremony is over and the winter break has arrived, the dorms are so quiet you'd think them deserted. So, like, are we just here by ourselves? Yep, seems it. Most students return to their families during the winter vacation, but not all of them. That's why it's strange that the place now feels like some abandoned mansion. That's so like her! I gaze out through the window at the snowscape beyond, at the huge buildings and labyrinthine gardens, all hemmed in by snow and silence. Maybe the season is to blame. When everyone went back home during summer vacation, it wasn't so still. I imagine those twins from the movie, which the Sasakis had dressed up as, popping up at the end of the corridor. The memory of Halloween brings their names to my lips. I've tried to blame the influence of movies or the season, but really, it's their absence that's creating this loneliness. Yeah, I mean, y'all kind of went through a lot there in autumn, and you like once everything kind of settles down, even when you've been through a pretty tumultuous time in your life, and you come out the other side and you've bettered yourself and you feel better, there's still like this. Man, like that whole ordeal's over. It's like not really a depression, I don't think. Maybe more of just like a a certain kind of malaise kind of sets in once all of the big things that are happening finally stop happening. It's like traces of them linger everywhere around the dorms. And within me, too. It's not like they've been completely erased from existence, but our memories of them will only make the holes they've left in our hearts harder to ignore. I know that better than anyone. Yeah. Her name almost escapes my lips. I force out a long sigh to calm myself, then suck in a deep breath of clean winter air. With the kettle I'd been asked to get in hand, I hurry to my room. Rika stay around too? You look like you just went 2 rounds with a T-Rex. I know who that is! I met with those words as soon as I step into my room, and the gaping pit of loneliness within me quickly shrinks. I respond with a smile. You can't see it. Well, I mean, I guess you can. Like, look at me. It's all I do is smile. I'm smiling as much as I am always smiling on screen because I know who this be. I hoist up a kettle full of boiling water for her to see. Her feline smile creeps across her lips. Yeah! Too delicate. As Erika informs me that she's packing plenty of strength in her arms, my amitié partner comes rushing over to me, and I pass the kettle to her. Okay, so Rika and Erika are here. I only want lovely tea. As I watch her going through her treasured stash of tea leaves, someone addresses me. Well, here's yours. Hey, it's Chidori. She's here too. Oh, it's like, so I guess the twins went home? Laughing, I tell her not to be silly, and she turns her cat-like smile on me. We don't know that yet, Erika. I don't know. We've got like tulpas. We got agape. We got a goddess of truth. We got Mayuri locked up somewhere. I'm pretty sure the Council of Nikaya's got a lot of secrets that may paint it as a society. Right. It still doesn't feel real yet, but I'm the president of the Council of Nikaya now. The vote following my speech resulted in me being declared the new president of the Council of Nikaya, and Rika-san the vice president. Man, I don't even want to think about elections right now. This is literally the last thing I want to think about. I did not think this out. Why did I not think that they would bring up the Council of Nikaya elections as a theme? The elections took place as the year was nearing its end. Immediately after came Noel and the shock that Yatsushiro-senpai and Kamikado's departure. From then until the closing ceremony, I was rushed off my feet dealing with the transition to the new council structure. I wasn't given a chance for it to truly sink in that I was now president. I don't know. You had a hint of rising to the bait in that tone just now, Rika. I don't know. I think you're rising a bit. Got her. Just dumpstered. It's over. Every time! Watching Rika-san retort as she carefully pours the tea, the final wisps of loneliness lingering within me clear away. The dorms may be silent as the grave, but here in this room, it's as warm as spring. Oh wait, okay, so everybody in the main cast decided to stay. That's real convenient. Not convenient for their family, but very convenient if you want to have a nice, cozy opening visual novel scene where everybody gets together and has a cute little tea party in your room. Sitting down in a chair, Takasaki-san chimes in as Rika-san pours tea into her cup. Not really much reason to go home. I just don't think she'd want to go home anyway. I just don't think it's a matter of things working out. I just think that's not really high on her priority list. She seems to have bought my explanation, but it's not true. During this winter break, Oh no, she's gone into her Gendo Akari mode. Having put her face too close to the steaming hot tea as she poured it, Rika-san's glasses are now completely fogged up. I quickly reach for her cleaning cloth, but... She's got her glasses! They're going! Yeah! Let's go! Put them on! Put them on! We want to see Glasses Erica. We want to see Glasses Erica. I'm banging a fork and a knife on the table right now. I want to see Glasses Erica. Erika-san takes Rika-san's glasses and gallantly wipes them with a handkerchief, then stares intently at the spectacles in her hands like they're some rare animal she's seeing up close for the first time. Yeah, this girl's kind of a disaster without her glasses. You need to see her in the morning. Yeah, all right, I got you. Give me the damn glasses back. Erika, let's go! If the choice is between me and her, then there's no question. Let's do it, come on, I deserve this. If she ain't stopped now, she's not stopping anytime soon, Erika, you just gotta get over it. Erika-san fiddles with the glasses for a moment, then turns her wheelchair toward me and holds up. No, that's not how this is supposed to play out. We got Yuzuriha playing with her hair. We can get Erika with glasses. I do as I'm told and bend my head down. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, you know what? That's a damn good look. I ain't gonna lie, it's real good. Yeah, I'm kind of... Whoa. Yeah, she kind of... Damn, she owns it. Y'all thought she was a mature beauty before. Jesus Christ, she just... How many soul levels did she just go up? I didn't look like a dweeb. I hate that you're actually freakishly sexy with them. The prescription is so strong I can't see a damn thing, but I can tell she's staring at me and it makes me feel awkward. And I can't even see!
より清楚で大人な感じになるわね。
She do be having a mature and refined look. Like even her little sprite down here, they actually thought to give her itty bitty text window sprite. The glasses too, very cute. A compliment from Takasaki-san is rare, and I can feel my cheeks burning.
ちょっと早くメガネを。私にも見せて。
I don't know that that's gonna work very well.
委員長がメガネをかけたら白羽がかけているのが見られないだろうが。
Erika laughs. Unable to bear the embarrassment any longer, I take off the glasses and hand them back to Rika-san.
そろそろ食べようぜ。腹が減った。
For a moment, Rika-san looks like she's about to disagree.
紅茶も行き渡ったし、それじゃ始めましょうか。
She must have realized there'd be no point in arguing. Yeah. Rika-san meekly sits down beside me and clasps her hands together in preparation to say grace. I'm following her lead when... Yay!
待たせたね、君たち。
Yo! How's it going?
やっぱりエリカちゃんたちもいるですよ。
Hey! The two other invitees to the tea party burst into the room with cheerful greetings. My dear friends, Ichigo Sasaki-san and Ringo Sasaki-san.
なんだ、やっぱりこっちにいたんだ。お茶会を開くって言うからエリカたちの部屋に誘いに行ったのに。何度も言うようだが、名前呼びはやめろ。
You're not gonna get anybody to stop doing it. It's not happening. They've already wormed their way into your heart. You can't stop it. You love being loved.
だって千鳥もりっちゃんだってエリカって呼んでるじゃん。
One of those is a very special case.
まあ、そりゃそうなんだが。スオちゃんだって呼んでますよ。白羽はお前たちと同じで許してないから。
I didn't give her permission. I swear.
スオちゃんが傷ついちゃうじゃん。
Wow, way to go.
人でなしですね。
Such a bully. Faced with this barrage, Erika-san scratches her head and glances my way.
しょうがないわ。お前たちは許してやるよ。
Oh, she relents.
このやりとりをこれから何十回となくするのを考えるとひたすらにめんどくさいだけだからな。スオちゃんも許すのですよね。
Absolutely not. Another glance my way and I catch a faint flush across her cheeks.
白羽はダメ。
No.
なんで？別にいいじゃん。気恥ずかしい。
It's embarrassing. What is wrong with you? Unless... Erika-san brushes it off with a quick, never mind, but I heard her quiet response and can't help but smile. She lets out a breath again to regain her composure, then scratches her head again.
まあ、なんだ。お茶会の話は聞いてないけどな。私らは白羽たちに昼飯を一緒にどうかって来たんだよ。それはハンバーガー。私としてはご一緒したかったですね。ごめんなさい。さすがに用意していないわ。
Dang.
まあ残念だけど、私的にお昼はもう食べてきたからね。その匂い、クッキー？正解です。調理室が空いてたから使わせてもらったの
Go
です。
get them Ringo cookies. Let's go. She plonks down her basket and asks Rika-san for a cup of tea. It's reassuring to see that the two of them are the same as ever. Yeah, yeah, those three went through a whole bunch together, but I think they all came out the other side doing pretty good. Ringo-san and Yatsushiro-senpai had dated briefly, and Ichigo-san...
そうちゃん、 ないと冷めちゃうよ。
She kind of ended up getting left out in the cold a little bit. Not really, though, because I don't think Suoh knows that they were doing the switcheroo, though, so... She must have been hurt, but it seems like the two of them got through it together. Such is the bond between twins.
紅茶もだが、ハンバーガーも早く食べろよ。
Nothing worse
冷
than
めた料
cold
理ほどま
food.
ずいものはないからな。
Ever since I've started playing these games, I've kind of adapted this same mentality as of late. Where it's like, you get the food, and it's just like, look, man, if there's nothing to talk about, like, enjoy the damn food. Gotta respect it. Like, I get that. Doing as I'm told, I pick my burger, and then hesitate. Come to think of it, I've never actually eaten a hamburger before. Girl, you are in for something. Get ready. It's about to blow your mind. That's just a chicken sandwich. That's not a hamburger. That's a chicken sandwich. Erica, that's not a hamburger. That's a chicken sandwich.
鶏肉なの？これ。
It's ripe for a cannibalism joke. Don't worry, I'm sure there's an Erica eating Chidori joke in here somewhere, but I'm going to be very tasteful and not be the one to make it.
神門先輩がいたらお腹を抱えているところだね。
Hey, that's not awkward. Should have had like the music should have just kind of like. The air in the room seems to freeze the moment Komikado Senpai's name leaves her lips, but the amused tone with which Erika-san replies thaws it.
食わず嫌いってのは大罪だぞ千鳥。鶏肉のトップ3が入ってるんだ。うまいに決まってる。
Keeping an eye on how she's eating hers, I take a tentative bite of my own burger. I only get a mouthful of bread this time, but the freshly baked buns are savory and fragrant, and I quickly take another bite.
美味しいわ。だろ？鶏と鴨と七面鳥を使ってるんだ。
Okay, it's a chicken. Okay, it's not just like a crappy, like we threw a chicken patty on a bun and called it a burger. At least there's like a mix, so it's like, you know, an actual mash. Okay, that's a burger. I thought that they were doing the whole, here's this awful frozen chicken disc that we threw in a microwave because it's literally winter break and we're not putting in the effort right now. Yeah, chicken, duck, and turkey. The turkey's leftovers. But yeah, that sounds like a real good burger. I nod. The well-seasoned, crisply fried patty is the perfect blend of flavors and textures to keep you coming back for more. Sandwiched in the middle, the lettuce and onions help to soften the stronger flavors. Aw, poor Ringo's left out. I would let Ringo have a bite of my burger. Aww. You can't do that these days. You can't share food like this these days. Oh, to live in a Yuri visual novel world where you can share food like this. Now, you can't do that these days.
いただきますです。いいなあ。私的にも。
This burger is going... Suoh is about to literally eat half of a burger. Her first burger experience is going to be half-assed.
それじゃあイチゴは。
Oh, look at this! Alright. Good girl. Jumping in to help save things.
いいの千鳥。それじゃあちょっともらうね。
As I watch the two of them delightedly biting into the burgers, I take a sip of my tea. It's delicious, too. Darjeeling and burgers go surprisingly well together.
気に入らないのは紅茶ってところだな。ハンバーガーにはコーヒーだろう。今、私の前で言ってはいけないことを口にしたわよ。
Oh, damn. Now she really is in Gendo Akari mode. You're done. You better watch yourself. Rika-san jokes in reply, and Erika flashes a wry smile. Takusaki-san is watching Ichigo-san chow down on the burger like a mother hen.
そういえば聞いたことがなかったわ。
She suddenly says,
何をかしら。 白羽さんが紅茶糖なのかコーヒー糖なのかどっちが好きなの？
I think I prefer tea. She's definitely a tea gal. I'm about to respond that I can't possibly choose between them, but I'm getting the old I'm getting the old guilt trip eye from glasses over here. Pressured by my amitié partner's silent gaze. I picked tea.
そうよね。やっぱりスオさんは分かっているわ。どこかの誰かさんに聞かせたいわ。
Okay, now let's calm down. This is just, you know, it's just a beverage preference.
悪かったよ。これも悪くない。ただ食い合わせのことを言って。
Dude, I was just trying to make conversation. I wasn't trying to turn it into anything big here. What y'all doing?
なんでもない。飲み終わったから新しいのをついてくれ。いいわよ。
My amitié partner is in high spirits. Erika-san inclines her head in my direction and Takasaki-san nods, a serious look on her face. All I can give them in return is a vague smile.
お昼も食べ終わったみたいだし、そろそろ私たちが持ってきたおやつでお茶会始めようよ。
She is in snack mode. She is ready to go. Get out of here, burgers. It's time for cookies.
ね、そうね。
Rika-san picks up the kettle to pour us all fresh cups, but I can tell as soon as she lifts it that it's lighter than expected.
お湯が足りないみたい。私が沸かしてくるわ。さっきはスオさんが言ってくれたのだもの。
I interrupt her offer to tell her that it's not polite for the hostess to leave her own party.
すぐ戻ってくるから。その方がいい。遅れたら私が全部平らげちまうからね。
Forcing a smile, I tell her I'll be as quick as I can. Then I take the kettle and exit the room. The lively sound of their voices fades, to be replaced by a silence that trickles into my ears like ice water. I warm my arms around the still warm kettle. It's time to make a decision. Oh, good Lord. We were just, you know, making this sound like life and death. We're just going to get some boiling water, aren't we? Yuzuriha Yatsushiro and Narine Komikado have left. The end of term ceremony has been and gone. We've entered the quiet of the winter break. The days have passed by, dreamlike, slipping through my fingers like fine sand. I have to put a stop to it. Oh, jeez. Oh, we're just gonna go now? Okay. I can't fully commit to it until I voice my determination out loud. The words disappear into the corridor, silent as the grave. My mind is made up. We're just gonna go, like, knock down Dahlia's door? I have boiling water in this kettle, Miss Basquiat. Is there anything you'd like to tell me? There must be a name for this feeling, I think to myself. Keeping my exaltation to myself, I refocus on the school almanacs in front of me. Now that we're into the winter break, I'm finally able to focus on investigating Shion Basquiat. The collection of books and papers in Iznik is vast, but when I think that my investigations could lead me to Mayuri, I feel my heart swell with elation. First, I look into the surname Basquiat, searching through writings about the school for any information pertaining to faculty members. I dig out details of the current full-time teachers and lists of the instructors for each subject. First, I go through the managerial ranks, the principal, vice principal, then the head of each department. Next, I move on to the full-time teachers, going through the ranks of names by subject, from the core subjects to ballet and Italian. I go quickly, but place a check beside each name to ensure that I haven't missed any. However, okay. So could it be Sister Basquiat's adoptive father I once heard about? Really? I don't know, like... Father? That's a weird... Not that Shion can't be a dude's name, but like the way that epitaph was written sounded very much... It sounded very feminine to me. And it also sounded like it was written for a child who had not grown up. So I don't know that this is like... I don't know that this is like the line of thinking we want to go with. Staring at the rows of books enshrined upon the shelves, I feel the flutter of excitement in my chest again. Instead of diving into the books at random, I first try to guess the age of Sister Basquiat's father based on how old she herself looks. However, I don't find anything in the records for those years. He's not necessarily that old. I'm not feeling this line of thought. This doesn't feel right to me, but she's gonna go down it because there's not much I can do about it. I was trying to be efficient in my search, but perhaps I made a fatal miscalculation. I hang my head with a sigh. From outside, the scarlet sun casts its light into the room. The rays slant in through the panes in thick bands, forming pillars of light that seem to grow out of the floor like trees. Tiny motes of dust dance within them, and the shadows beyond those scarlet bands seem cold and dark. It's then I finally realize how hungry I am. You forgot lunch? So begin my days of holing myself up in Iznik to investigate the mysterious Shion Basquiat. I spend the second day exactly the same as the first. Second day, same as the first. I'm not leaving anything to guesswork. I decide to be thorough and go through everything in order, from oldest to newest. Oh, good lord. We're going way back. Hey, it's Tsubaki. I take care with the fragile yellow documents so as to not damage them. The next time I surface from the dusty pages is when I hear my name being spoken almost directly into my ear. Hey, how's it going? I lift my eyes from the paper to see my amitié partner standing there. Hey, you're very close. How you doing? My temples are throbbing from intense concentration, like after listening to loud, discordant music. It's the kind of music I listen to all the time. Hey, the new JPEG Mafia album's pretty good. Pretty abrasive, and then it kind of like tones down. It's kind of got this half and half thing going on, but it's really good. Either way, it's kind of discordant at times, though. Her question abruptly brings me back to reality, blowing away the last wisps of dreamlike haze. She can't find out the truth of what I'm doing. So you're gonna... Okay, so that's gonna be the thing? Is she gonna spend this whole game hiding what she's trying to do? Like, she's gonna try to take on the whole world herself, despite the fact that, you know, everybody kind of helped get her to where she's at now. Like, you know, because, you know, we're all big old, you know, power of friendship and all. Rika-san looks over at the wall-to-wall bookshelf with trepidation. Relieved that she's not showing any signs of suspicion, I look up at the clock. It's past 11. 3 whole hours have passed me by.
私もご一緒していいかしら。
What are you gonna do now?
私もニカイアの会の副会長になったわけだし、スオさんの言葉を聞いたら。
Yeah, I mean, she's got a pretty good reason to be here. If like this is an endeavor that you're gonna you're gonna try to bullshit your way through, you got every reason for her to want to be here too. You both are kind of in this together as president and vice president. I hurriedly consider my options. Should I agree to Rika-san's request? But what I'm actually looking at is the staff records. She'll inevitably notice and find it strange. So, should I refuse? But if I turn her down without a real reason, she'll find that odd too.
Suoh-san?
Literally, you know, devil in the ocean here. Saved by a knock at the door. Nice. Before I can tell her she's welcome to join me, Ichigo-san pops her head around the open door. Hey!
ノックをした後返事を待たないといけないって礼法の授業で習ったでしょ?
Girl, we are literally on winter break and there is nobody here.
ダリア先生みたいなこと言わないでよ。りっちゃんにことづてに来たんだからさ。私へことづて？合唱部の子に頼まれたんだよ。こっちに来る用があるの。
Saved by the strawberry.
ああ、冬休みの間の合唱部の練習についてのお話をまだしていなかったわね。
Fiddling with her braids, she looks over at me with the book on the she looks over at me and the book on the desk before me.
いちごさん、みんなには
Oh, dang. Never mind. You ain't getting out of this one so easily.
ダメだよ。
No.
部長の小見門先輩がいないんだから、合唱部は実質りっちゃんが回しているようなものなんだからさ。
Suoh just really lucking out here.
他の先輩が、その先輩は家に帰ってないの?
Unable to argue with this, Rika-san resorts to looking at me like a kicked puppy. That's an awful look to give somebody.
行ってくるわ、スオさん。
She's dragged off by Ichigo-san, who marches her out with a theatrical pip pip daddy ho. Which is why when my ears pick up the sound of the door opening again, I assume it'll be my returning Amitié partner. I quickly open up the school's almanacs atop my real target, the staff roster, as a decoy. Hey, just the perfect person to get into some shenanigans with. Instead, it's my bookworm buddy who comes rolling into the room with the shrill squeaking of a bat, her feline smile firmly in place.
今まで昼も取らずに千鳥のバレエ練習に付き合っていたんだ。地獄だよ。
I am so tired of ballet. Glancing up at the clock, I see that it's almost 2. Like we always do about this time.
佐々木姉の言う通りだったな。こもりきりだって言ってたからな。
I belatedly admit that I forgot about lunch too, and Erika-san scratches her head, commenting that it sure is a pain to keep going back and forth from here and there to the main building. Good God, Erica, calm down. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a leaf from the book of Yuzuriha Yatsushiro. We're carrying on her legacy of just really choice period jokes.
そっち系のネタは先輩の専売特許だったものな。会長職と同じく受け継がれるべきものだ。
Man, imagine if you were known for something and that thing that you were known for is, man, I just make some real great menstruation jokes. I almost said something really, really gross. I almost just had a really gross outburst, but this is Flowers, and I want to be a little more classy while reading this series. So I'll save that joke for remember, like, hopefully periods will come up on some other stream that I do where I can be a little more unhinged. She adopts a cynical smile and lowers her voice to say, "Y'all do a better job than me." Then she tosses me a paper bag sitting in her lap, which I scramble to catch.
お前の分だよ。お茶はお前が入れてくれ。
Man, Erica's always just looking out for her. I open it up to find a burrito. Yeah, let's go. The spicy scent draws out my latent hunger and my stomach almost rumbles.
保温しておいた紅茶があるの。入れるわね。ブリトーのいいところはいろんな味があって飽きないところと手を汚さないで本が読めるところだな。
I don't know, if the burrito is not wrapped well, you are not keeping your hands clean. Definitely kind of run into that issue where some people did not know how to fold a burrito properly. And that ended up making me very sad as a burrito enjoyer. But yeah, I am a big fan of, like, you just slap a bunch of things inside a burrito, I'll probably be happy with it so long as it does not include beans. The chunky ground meat and nicely browned pieces of sausage are slathered in a rich Napolitana sauce containing just a pinch of spice. My appetite's usually small, but I'm able to eat the whole thing in just one sitting. I guess I was hungrier than I thought.
もう一杯いかが？いや、残っているだけで十分。ここからだとトイレに行くのも一苦労だからな。各社の一番奥だものね。
That seems real inconvenient. There's no, like, there's no special Council of Nikaya toilet room.
仲良しの女子を気取ってトイレへご一緒にってのもな。
Dude, you just said the magic words. This girl's been waiting to tick this one off on her list for a while. I knew it! Let's go!
やめろ、キラキラした目で見るな。
Girl, I just said, you know, go relieve our bladders in the same vicinity. Don't make anything. Her eyes really do have sparkles in them. Oh God, what do you do when your girlfriend's got them bathroom eyes? I sigh at her blunt rejection. It's one of those things I've always longed to do.
まあ、よかったよ。何が？八代先輩が去った後のお前の顔つきだよ。
Oh, again! Erica's just always looking out for her. It's so sweet.
そんなにひどい顔をしていたかしら。苦悩ってタイトルをつけて額に入れて飾っておきたいほどだったよ。でも今はいつものお前の顔に戻ったな。
That's because Yatsushiro-senpai finally handed me the key, and I'm now in a position to search for what I was looking for, free from care and...
みんなのおかげ。
Oh.
おかげでもあるわ。
She's just like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. Shut up.
うまいブリトーを差し入れてるしな。
Yeah! And that's what, like, friends are good. Like, what? You got a friend that brings you a burrito in your time of need? That's a friend for life.
私を気遣ってくれている。
Oh, she really has. This whole time, she really has had nothing but Suoh's best interests at heart. She tells me to stop and looks away, scratching her head vigorously. Even though it's not yet evening, her cheeks glow with the sunset. Aww. She's very sweet on Suoh. Oh my God, it's so cute.
で、一日こもって何を調べているんだ？そんなに面白い本があったのかよ。学院の年間だとか、成り立ちだとか、ニカイアの会の会長になったのだもの。聞かれて答えられないと恥ずかしいでしょ。
Erica turns her gaze to the almanac laid out on the desk. Just as I can't drag my amitié partner into this, I can't burden Erica-san with the... You're not hiding this from her. If there's anybody... Like, you have no chance. But...
そういや一度だけ八代先輩から年間を見せてもらったことがあったな。学院の七不思議のことが書かれていたよ。
The unexpected phrase startles me.
タル
The word meant only for the president's ears, which I'm not allowed to speak to anyone, accidentally escapes my lips. A shudder runs up my spine, and I feel a vision of the deep, dark forest surrounding the academy, the trees' limbs twisted as though in great pain.
タル
Tulpa!
なんだそりゃ
Tulpa! Tool! You know that band Tool! Pretty good! I like them!
もしかして千鳥から怖い話を仕入れてくれって頼まれたとかか。あいつどんどんそっち系の話好きになってるよな。
Erika-san frowns over her teacup, and I ask her about tulpas. Just do it! Pull her in! Going along with Erika-san's mistaken assessment, I ask her if she knows anything about tulpas, phrasing it as though it's just some spooky phenomenon I heard about.
タルパの多分お前が知っているのとそう変わりないと思うぞ。一時期宗教系の図書にハマっていた時に読んでいた知識だし。私もだいぶ前の記憶なので確認しておきたいの。それなら構わないが、タルパはチベット仏教関連の図書を読んでいた時に一項目として記
Yeah,
述さ
that
れている。
I think that sounds like that would be like the whole not really imaginary friend. I'm really simplifying it here, but that definitely feels like something that I could see being in Buddhism.
怪異というよりは、私は修行を邪魔する雑念といった感じに捉えたよ。禅で座禅の際に邪魔をする煩悩、それが分かりやすく人の形をとったものとね。
Yeah, they manifest in the form of a person, but I think that you can dumb it down if we're not talking a strictly Buddhist sense as like imaginary friend of some sort.
チベット語で霊的な化身を意味するトゥルパから英語読みされたのがタルパよね。厳しい修行で身体と精神を限界に追い込み続けていると、ここからは私の考えだが、ストレスによって幻覚を見ることもあるだろう。
Hallucinations due to stress.
それがタルパ。怪異とかではない修行で起こ
A
る
neurological
脳科学的な作
phenomenon,
用
not
を
really
受けない
much
例子
good as a
だ。あんま
basis
り
for a
怖い話
spooky
には向かない
story.
話だ。
I mean, I don't know. I've read a lot of really great psychological stories that I think would kind of fall in that category. Something is niggling at me. Tibetan Buddhism, worldly desires. Why would such a phenomenon appear here at a Christian school?
悪かったな。
Hello. How you doing? Erika-san pats me on the shoulder. Instead of her usual feline smile, her expression is soft and girlish.
千鳥のわがままに付き合わせてよ。お前も忙しいだろうにさ。いいのよ。
Nah, I like hanging with you a lot. My smile is fake, but Erika-san pats me on the shoulder again.
お前には借りがある。
Oh,
何でも言ってくれよ。
oh, look at her. Look at this precious doll. Yeah. Love her so much. She mutters while looking down at the ground. She lifts her teacup to take a sip but frowns when she finds it's empty. I quickly lift the teapot, but she puts her cup back down, shaking her head to tell me that she's had enough.
基礎となったタルパは話した限りだが、今のタルパは変化して少し違う。
Yeah, okay. All right, I wasn't too far off.
イマジナリーフレンドみたいな。
I remembered things that I looked up a month ago. How's that? Long-term memory exercise there. I listened to this new information with curiosity.
イマジナリーフレンドってのは
A fictional
自
friend in
分
your
の
head
頭の
is
中
something
で
you see in
友
the
達を作り出すこ
current.
とだよ。人間関係の概念が希薄な幼い子供に見られる。
What's that got to do with what we're currently thinking about?
自ら生み出す
A friend you create yourself.
己 お気に入りの人形を本当の友人と思い込むようなものなのかもな。成長するにつれ、現実の友人。
I read a really good visual novel lately where that was kind of one of the reveals, and it was real good. I had a good time with it. Good story. I think of the Sasaki twins, my very first friends.
あいつらのことなら心配いらないと思うぜ。佐々木姉妹のことだよ。今はもう吹っ切れている。
Whoops. Did I mention them out loud? Erika-san's words are so kind that I find myself reaching out to take her hand.
No.
Oh!
おい。
Oh.
ありがとう、エリカさん。ありがとうって。
Thanks for what? Stop it. Stop being weird.
いつも私を気にかけてくれる。
Oh.
本当に嬉しいの。
She grumbles about me being overly familiar again, but doesn't make any move to shake off my grip. Her hand is small, her fingers slim and delicate.
そろそろ千鳥の練習も終わった頃だろう。様子を見
I'm
て
probably gonna go now. I tell her she should, yet at the same time, I don't quite want to let go of her hand. Aww. It's my third day holed up in Iznik. I'm continuing my search for the staff records of the elusive Shion Basquiat. Taking a break from the endless lines of text, I raise my eyes from the page and stare out the window at the snowy scene beyond. Lost in the view, it's hard to remember exactly what I'm doing. Basquiat. I've been chasing after that name with such single-minded focus that for a second it loses all meaning to me. Yeah, it's like when you keep saying a word, it stops being a word and is just a sound. I literally did not read that text box yet, but it lined up perfectly with my commentary. Fantastic. Which is why...
そろそろ休憩にしましょう。
I'm grateful for my amitié partner's suggestion.
今度は何を入れようかしら。
It's nice of her, but honestly, it's a bit much to stop for a tea break every hour or so. Again, we gotta run back to the freaking dorms in order to pee. This is kind of a pain, and it's winter. Her nut comes at the right moment of peak concentration as she reappears with the tea.
どうぞ、スオさん。ありがとう。
I feel like I've been shaken roughly awake from the early stages of sleep.
どう？以前気に入ってくれたウバなんだけれど。とても美味しいわ。何？
The guileless smile she's giving me is making it hard to get the words out, but I forge ahead.
少し根を詰めて作業をしたいから。根を詰めて？だから休憩はそんなに何度もしなくても。
Before I can finish, Vika-san cuts me off, clapping her hands together to emphasize the words, "That's exactly it."
私もスオさんのお手伝いをした方が良いと思うの。学院の歴史を知ることはとても大切だと思うし。
Of course.
それはそうなのだけど。
She must have been waiting for the right moment to bring it up with me again. I hate how namby-pamby I am. I hate how namby-pamby I am. I don't know that I have... God, I don't know that I've ever seriously used the phrase namby-pamby. I know that I have read it and I've heard it in cartoons, but that is a phrase that I have literally never used in earnest.
もしかして副会長となった義務官から言っていると思ってる？それは違うの。この学院が好きだから詳しく知りたいだけ。そうなのよ。だから。
She's about to say it's fine, but her words are cut off by a knock at the door. And someone entering the room without waiting for a response.
よーし、
Hey!
昨日の話だけどさ。
Our visitor trails off upon seeing me with Rika-san, apparently sensing the mood between us. Then she smirks. Oh dear, you're about to get it.
まずいところに来ちまったね。お邪魔したようだ。
She leers.
別に邪魔じゃないわ。そうかい。今から押し倒すところだったように見えたんだけどね。
I think Rika just always looks like that when Suoh's involved. I think that's just her natural state of being. She has resting gonna jump Suoh face. The resting gonna jump Suoh face. Realizing that she's well into my personal space, Rika-san quickly takes a step back.
こいつはたわいない忠告ってやつだけどな。
Time and a place. Get a room.
ベッドマナー
Y'all got one. It's winter break.
控えてくれよ。
Nobody's gonna know.
だからそういうことじゃないの。
Rika-san's braids are practically bristling. Blithely ignoring this, Erika-san wheels herself over to my desk and places a sun-bleached book atop it.
昨日話したやつについてだ。私が持ってきた本の中にあったから参考にしてくれよ。
I reflexively clutch the book containing a reference to tulpas to my chest and thank her profusely.
昨日話した？エリカさん、スオさんから何か頼まれ事をされたの？こっちが勝手に持ってきたんだが。どうした委員長？故郷に笑顔を忘れてきたか？
Erika-san teases her, trying to lighten the mood, but Rika-san's expression remains tense as she stares fixedly at the book in my— Oh, like why did you ask her to help and not me? Ooh, Suoh, this is not a road that's gonna work out very well for you, honey. What should I do? It's a scary book. It's scary. Clutching the book Erika-san brought me to my chest, I quickly rack my brains. I have to cut this conversation short without hurting Rika-san.
リカさん。何？確かにエリカさんへあることを尋ねて、そのことが書かれている本を持ってきてくれたのだけど。私には相談してくれなかった。そうじゃないの。リカさんに尋ねたくても聞けなかったの。尋ねたくても。
I take her hand as I explain.
エリカさんに尋ねたのはとあるお化けの伝承なの。そして持ってきた本には
Man, she's kind of like... She's got wiggle room here. It's not entirely a lie, but she's also very purposefully manipulating poor Rika here, especially with like the physical contact and being in close proximity. I'm not telling her the whole truth, but it's not a lie either.
そうだったの。私を気づかない。
Oh, it worked.
嬉しい
She's
わ
so easy.
スオさん。
Relieved that I've succeeded in my goal, I release her hand and flash Erika-san a smile.
つまり白羽は怖い話が苦手な委員長に気を使ったんだよ。尋ねられたものの詳細が載っている本を持ってきたのさ。
Right? You don't like ghosties and things, do you? She asks, and Rika-san pulls a face and shakes her head.
そういうことだったのね。ごめんなさい。私が誤解していたわ。
I think Suoh's gonna feel a little bit bad here. This can't feel great.
たくだぜ。委員長は導火線が短いんだよな。駄菓子屋で売ってる爆竹並みだ。
Damn! I cut into Erika's ribbing to tell Rika-san that it's my fault for giving the wrong impression.
スオさん。仲直りを兼ねて、みんなでお昼を食べに行きましょうか。
God, she's gotten real good. She's gotten real good in 3 seasons.
賛成。人生は短い。揉めている暇なんかない。エリカさんだけには言われたくないわ。
Never! Never! Not our poor innocent little Erica.
春に私を陥れたこと、まだ忘れてないわよ。
Erika-san breaks into a grin under her reproachful gaze, and my amitié partner smiles back at her. The two of them do actually understand one another.
そうだ、厄介事を持ち込むで思い出したんだが、佐々木姉が面白い提案をしてきたんだ。私は乗ってもいいと思うんだが、どうかな?
Her lips curve into her cat-like smile. If I'm being completely honest, this is my first time ever playing in the snow! Oh my god, we're getting a cute... We're starting the series out with a cute playing in the snow scene too? Are you for real? Oh my god, this is so adorable. Welcoming the Sasaki's suggestion, those of us left behind in the dorms have come out to frolic in the snow. We're building a snowman and an igloo. We're building an igloo. I don't know that any of them are gonna fit in that igloo. I don't know that that's a thing. And if they are gonna try, I don't know that poor Erica's gonna make it in. Are they making little snow bunnies? Oh my god. The twins are building a snowman with Ichigo-san working on the head and Ringo-san on the body. Takusaki-san is completely absorbed in making multiple little snow rabbits. Meanwhile, I'm building my very first igloo together with Rika-san and some of our classmates. Well, I mean, maybe the Sasakis could get in there? Rika-san nods with childlike excitement, her cheeks flushed from the cold. The Ringo Snowman! I think you've nailed it. The shape is perfect. With the happy chatter behind me, I continue packing snow onto our structure. Erika-san, who's in charge of planning the igloo, issues us instructions. At first, she tried pestering Takusaki-san as she made her snow rabbits, but... Oh, God, they're so cute.
お前不器用だよな。バレエの才能の10分の1でもあればよかったのによ。
I mean, these are perfectly fine.
だから力入れすぎだって。雪うさぎはふわっとなっているのが可愛いんじゃんか。
They're not that rigid.
いいからエリカは黙ってて。私なりの最高傑作を作るんだから。
She was currently sent away and instead joined our construction team.
しかし寒くなってきたな。そろそろ戻って熱いお汁粉でも飲もうぜ。あ、甘酒でもいいけどさ。
Again, I don't know how's she getting in there? She looks conflicted, by way of saying, leave it to me. I put my hand to my chest. Oh! Do we get to see that? Oh my god, she really is sweet on Suoh! Damn, yeah, totally, yeah, there's just no doubt about it, that's what it is! Erika's cheeks are red from the long time we've spent out in the cold. I better hurry up and get this finished. Hey, Suoh, do you think your rear is solid enough? Oh, did it crumple? I go around and inspect the back wall. It's plenty thick now, and all the gaps have been nicely filled in. Even if someone leans against it, it should hold.
問題ないんじゃないか。
監督のお墨付きも出たことだし、あとはみんなで。うわっ、なんで高崎さんあんなに雪うさぎを作っているの？
私もその理由が聞き
I think I know the answer to that. It's a little bit of a tribute, I have to think. A little bit of a tribute to a summertime secret between two very close people.
うさぎさんたちに仲間を作ってあげようとしているのかしら。エリカ、
嫌だ。触らぬ神にたたりなしって言うだろうが。
Everyone laughs at her theatrical phrasing, reminiscent of Yatsushiro senpai. Ah! Oh, you just got dunked on, nerd!
ちょっと。
Oh, yeah, you got it twice! Rika-san squeals as she's pelted with snowballs by the twins who finish their snowmen.
アミティエのピンチだ。参戦してやれよ、白羽。
私も雪合戦に参加していいのかしら。
何上ずってんだ。ダチ同士なんだ。いいに決まってるだろ。
いきなり攻撃なんて卑怯だよ。
どの口が言いやがれ。
That's a good point. I aim for the protesting Ichiko-san and got her. Wham!
ごめんなさい。
Oh, God. Damn! Damn, Suoh, you're a hitman out here going for the headshot. Completely silent, Ichiko-san wipes the snow from her face before slowly and deliberately rolling another snowball.
かわされた。
You're pretty good.
なかなかやるね。
Eyes blazing, Ichiko-san sets about producing a stockpile of snowballs.
私たちも雪合戦し。
I call out to my amitié partner as she wipes the snow from her glasses and puts them back on. They've incurred the wrath! Oh, she's so pissed.
副会長を怒らせた報いを受けさせましょう。
She chuckles.
楽しくなってきやがった。おい、千鳥、お前も来いよ。
The three-way war we got going on here. She calls out merrily to her amitié partner, who's still absorbed in making her snow bunnies. Oh, look at that. That was the cutest little Ringo I ever did saw. Cheeks flushed crimson, breath coming in frosty white puffs, we join together in laughter. Our giggles drift up through the crisp air toward the high winter sky. That was a cute little aside. All right, but I think that we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode. That's the start. That's a pretty darn good start, I think. We jumped right into the intrigue. We had a lot of cute moments. Don't know what's going on with Suoh here. She is taking an approach to this that I maybe wasn't expecting. So let's see how that plays out. I don't know that, you know, trying to trudge this kind of road on your own, I feel like that's, you know, maybe not the lesson we've been trying to learn over the last 3 seasons. But I also get the feeling that she's trying to protect her friends from anything that may possibly be dangerous. So I guess that's that. That's the start. We're here. It's fine. We are counting down to the end of this great big saga that we've been on, and this was a great first episode. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a nice rest of your whatever, wherever you're at, and we'll catch you next time.